Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look here again at Ondo, double checking this guy. I got a lot of requests for this, so I figured we'd go ahead and cover it. I'm trying to get through my requests that piled up throughout the weekend, so appreciate your patience, folks, on just asking for some TA on some coins. And if you are new to the channel, folks, you can kind of jump on over here to our request section and kind of request tokens if you'd like. As we can see, it's a real man's token. Let's go ahead and find out what Ondo has to offer. Let's start with some liquidation levels and work our way down. And if you're new to this channel, folks, keep in mind, I do love when you hit the like button. I absolutely appreciate that. And if you want to grow and become a better trader yourself, I got a trading academy, community, and signals group. While we do have limited slots available, more slots will be open for in June on the 1st. Okay, so just keep in mind if you see there's no occupancy, it's because we're going to open up some new slots next month. Either way, thanks again so much for the awesome feedback to my current community members, and congrats on the recent signals here. Last week was a very profitable week. Let's take a look here at liquidation. So we got a lot of liquidation, folks, at this $1.33 mark, 134 rather. So 134 is that heavy concentration above, between 134 and 140. We also got a massive amount of liquidation at $1 even. Okay, so we're closer to the larger accumulation of liquidation to the upside. So just keep in mind we have a propensity to go further up because of that. That's not a reason to take a long position exactly. Okay, we are establishing our ABC pattern here. We could even come lower. You got to keep in mind, strong chance we're probably already hit our bottom, but once more, we'll double check that because again, you can see this 0.5 fib level holding pretty strong at $1.20. We've retested that range a couple of times, so that 0.618 to 0.5 fib level is a pretty solid support range. We do take a look here, of course, at the daily time frame. Oops, sorry, mouse got a little bit on the scrolly side there. Let's take a quick look at simple moving averages. We can see we are above all moving averages. It's par for the course, of course, a horse is a horse, of course. Sorry, I misspoke there. This is par for the course because of the simple fact that we can see the price action. It's normal for the price to be above that level. Okay, so what we want to do here is usually draw some trend lines and kind of see where we're at, so we get perspective on, generally speaking, where we could be if the price drops below that. A lot of times these ascending trend lines will run concurrent with moving averages, which we're seeing there with the 20 within reason. It's not exact, but it is still relevant. Okay, so we're just going to pay attention to this trend line and just make sure that we, A, remain above it for a bullish trend, or B, if we drop below it, we pay attention, we reevaluate and see if it's worth considering a short. Between now and the time that we break this ascending trend line, it doesn't make a ton of sense to short. I know you're probably thinking to yourself, wait a minute, there's tons of profit between here and there. That is true. You could get a 15% drop to that $1.05 mark, but a lot of it is a could, right? Should you do that? No, it's not responsible to do that. Okay. Again, you don't just short a coin because it's overextended. You look for reasons to confirm that it's losing its momentum and it's lost its edge. Okay. So if we take a look here at the RSI, we're still over 70. There's no reason to consider shorting or selling. I know it's crazy. I know tomorrow the price will probably drop and we wish we had done so. But again, FOMO doesn't really apply to trading. At least it shouldn't. You should never have an emotional response to a trade. Having said that, stochastic RSI is swinging down for the second time. That can carry more weight than the first, implying that we may actually come down this time. Okay? Because the first stochastic swing was right here. This is a false positive. Price went straight up from there. It's hypothetically likely the price could come down from here because of that. Again, we have a lot of complementing factors, a lot of reasons why it shouldn't happen, but it could. You just got to be ready for it. We can see the kind of this slight shift in momentum occurring where we got the price action still stuck underneath that 20-day SMA, and we're of course above the other 4 moving averages. That's still generally positive though. The 20-day SMA just kind of gives you an indication that, hey, we may want to consider taking some profits. If you haven't already, I don't know why. You haven't, greed is a very real thing. You should consider securing profits, especially if you got in at a very low price point. Okay, take a look here, of course, at the other things that we are, we deem to be relevant. Would be 50 in the RSI. We're still above that. That's actually very positive. Most coins are below 50 in the RSI in the 4-hour right now, just especially based on what Bitcoin did with that pullback from 70,000.5 down to 67K. If we see all that and comparatively, this coin's looking pretty strong. However, money flow index is fairly low. That's just kind of common for the price action because the last 14 candles, the price has come down. Furthermore, we can see MACD diverging too. So the 4-hour time frame is not truly bullish. It's just kind of better than most coins right now in the overall sense. Now, it doesn't mean you just take a trade because of it, but this coin is holding its range pretty decent. Okay? If we take a look here, though, this is one thing that's unfortunate. Lagging span is free and clear, conversion lines intersecting with the baseline, and we're below the cloud. So this really tells us we don't have good momentum on the downside. We've lost that, but we're still below a key level resistance. And if we do zoom out a little bit, we can see that point of control should average itself out about 123. Okay? So we're below that level. So there's a solid chance the price could come up and reject and come back down because of that. Okay, so on the smaller time frames, we can recognize that the price is on its way down. It's descending normally here, I guess you could say, and it is not in a bad position, but it's not a great position, if you will. Okay. Furthermore, the 4-hour and the daily are looking average / decent / above average. I know it sounds totally contradictory, but the 4-hour time frame is telling us that, hey, we're having this shift in momentum, we're losing momentum. The daily time frame says we're still good. Okay, we take all that, we combine it with the hourly. There's a lot of conflicting information here letting me know that I would not want to take a trade right now. What I would want to take a trade, or when I would, hypothetically to the upside, just so you understand, is the price comes up here, consolidates above the cloud, and we get a good confirming signal to take a long. That would be confirmation for me because we'd be above that most recent point of control. We'd still be remaining above 50 in the RSI and the 4-hour, which is still very positive, and we'd be in a better situation overall, breaking this descending trend line. Right now, it's still a little premature to take a long, in my personal opinion. But the easy way to understand it here is that you do not want to short this coin. It's got a decent amount of volume still in it, and the daily time frame is fairly strong. Okay, so until we see that happen, until the price action, kind of does better, I guess you could say, there's no reason to consider a short position rather. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at. Good, mostly good. So yeah. I'm not sure if I would rank this as a real man's token, but I would say that Ondo is showing some strength. And if that is important to you, then that's where we're at. All right, folks. Hope you learned something here today. Comment below, like, subscribe, and follow if you haven't already. A friendly reminder, we do have a Twitter, Telegram, Discord, and now a TikTok as well as, of course, shorts on YouTube. So if you're curious about those shorts, I upload at least one per day. In most cases, I try to give you Bitcoin updates, but also just relevant market updates and best practice, as per usual. So, folks, have yourself a great rest of the day. I'll post this playout chart here on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord, and we'll kind of go from there. I look forward to working with you either way. Have a good rest of the day. Thank you again. Bye-bye.